What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pappy here at West Georgia Rods and Customs. Good Wednesday evening to everyone. Hope everybody's doing well this Wednesday. Figured I'd jump in and put my three cents, 4 cents, whatever, on the community questions that's been floating around. While we were on vacation, there was one that came out from Adam at Sodak Model Cars, and I wanted to do a response to it, but once we got back, I got busy. But now that we've got a few more questions, I figured I'd throw one rock and kill three birds, as far as three people's questions. So here is my responses. Adam, he asked, "How do you approach a model?" Well, I sneak up on the box and I take my Exacto and I open it up very good. What I do, how do I approach a model as far as the build itself? I'm very passionate. I love Pro Street and I love gassers and things like that. But a model, before I'll even buy I got to have some kind of it's got to be something that I've seen at a model show. It's got to be something that I've possibly seen at a one-to-one car show or rod run. Something that I may have owned, something I may have ridden in, as growing up, or somebody that I helped turn wrenches on a car that I liked. But that's how I usually like to approach a build. Is something that's can I turn it into a Pro Street? Can I turn it into a gasser? So I just kind of, but I love the old '60s and '70s muscle cars. A lot of the old street rods. Like this one right here, this beautiful '32 Ford coupe through window that Tom White built for my appreciation bill. I've seen that build up close and personal, and that's how I approach this one sitting right here that I'm building for his appreciation build. I know he loves those old street rods like that. I do too, and that's how I like to approach it. If I see it, I like to do a different spin on it. So that's how I like to approach that. And then his second part of the question was, how do you achieve what you're trying to do as far as with that build? I'll research the heck out of it. I'll get on the old the old interweb and start looking up like that one right there, 32 Ford Coupe Pro Street, and lo and behold, when I started on that car, I sent Tom a picture of that very car that I patterned that car after, and I said, Tom, what do you think about this one? And da 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 da. He said that was the one that he was looking at initially when he started this one right here, and I was just like, wow, man, I'm gonna build it. So that's how I like to achieve a build. I'll research it on the internet, magazine or something like that. I might even go to a car show or something and take just multiple pictures of what if it's there, something like that's there. So, but Adam, great question. Hope that kind of shed some light on those questions for you. Earlier this week, Matthew at Model Car Video posted another community question. Said, "How do you get yourself out of a building slump?" Well, one of the things that I've done, and this is a prime example of a building slump. While I've been working on this one right here, this little 32 three window that I'm building for Rambler 69's appreciation bill, I put so much time and so much effort and detail into this build. It was starting to get to a point where, man, I got to take a break from it. So it was kind of, I was getting in that little slump right there. So what did I do? Of course, I go out and dig out something else. I've been wanting to build a new shop truck, and many of you have been watching my series on my new shop truck. I go out and find something, and it is a snap kit, which snappy pappy. I went ahead and I started that build because it's simple. It's something, I ain't got to build a motor. I can put a real fancy paint job on it. I can, do a lot of detail to the interior. I can pro street it. That's another thing that, I like to try to do in order to, get myself out of that slump. So, and other things that if I feel like I'm getting into a slump, I may pull out an old vintage aircraft, World War II 172nd scale aircraft, or a fighter jet or something like that, or I'll even go to sometimes just making little small figures with a vignette, a little, like a little scene. So, or it's a small diorama, but those are fun also. But Matthew, great question. Hope that kind of shed some light to your question. But hey, buddy, if you're in a slump, I'll send you an airplane. But anyhow, that's what I like to do if I ever find myself into a slump. Paul at Left Coast Model Car Builds had another question, and it was what pushed you to start a YouTube channel? And quite a few people pushed me to start. For y'all to have to put up with me on Friday nights and me posting videos weekly, but the most influential person that really pushed me to start a YouTube channel was Chip Reimer, old Chevy Cheeseburger himself. Uh, I bought parts from him, mail order parts from when he owned Extreme Scale Detail. I bought parts from him, and then one year I found out he was going to be at the Acme Southern Nationals, and it was the first time I had ever went to a model show. I met Chip there and bought some parts from him, and he said, "What are you building?" And I showed him some pictures on my phone. He was like, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" I'm like, "Nah, man, my stuff ain't good enough to be on YouTube. Matter less even be in this hall right here, or in this gymnasium, amongst all these other models." He was like, "I beg to differ with you. You need to start a channel." I'm like, "Nah, dude, no, it ain't gonna happen." So anyhow, he introduced me to some other folks that was there that had YouTube channels. One of them was Tim Halsey, and the other was Shane Harrell at Man Cave Models. I got to be, I tell you what, and that's another thing about having a YouTube channel. You just don't realize how many friends that you're going to accumulate and make over the years when you do start a YouTube channel. Because I'm here to tell you, guys like Tim, Shane, Man Cave Models, I met them that year. They pushed me to starting a YouTube channel. Guys like CT Speed Shop, Fast Jimmy 71, man, I got to meet those guys. They pushed me to doing that. CT Speed Shop gave me probably one of the best shout outs on his channel. And the next thing I know, my subscriber rate went astronomical. And I tell you what, it's been so much fun. But folks like that, and then I've got the honor of making friends out of this community like that. The Tom, old Tom right here, Rambler 69, Rick Scott over at Heartbeat Model Shop, Papa Dan. I look forward each year to going to Florida and hanging out with these guys, meeting up with them at shows. We just have the best time. So, if y'all haven't, if you're planning on building, if you're creating a YouTube channel and becoming a YouTube content creator, I recommend it. It's fun. You just don't realize how many friends you're gonna make over these just because of these little masterpieces of model car art that we build. And I recommend it. And those folks right there are really the reason why y'all have to put up with listening to me on a weekly basis. So anyhow, but that another thing that I used to jump in on once I kind of got established on YouTube was the Friday night hangout. And I got hanging out with James Schultz, Young Model Master, Skylar Jahola, Tim Halsey, Martin Zeller. Oh my God, rest in peace to him. But I tell you, it's been a great experience, and I highly, I've just been blessed so many ways of just through this community. I never would have thought that my channel would start out right here on this bench, but it would grow to this room right here around me with computer equipment, microphones, cameras, bulletin boards all surrounding me, builds going to the ceiling all the way right up above me right here. So never would have dreamt that would have happened to me, but it's really been fun. I very highly recommend if you're thinking about do it. Anyhow, I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna flip around, do some get some bench time here on these two builds right here, and look forward to seeing some response from everybody else in the community. Well, Everybody have a great rest of your evening. Remember, if you can dream it, build it. God bless y'all. Pappy out of here.